Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we are reading for the overview of Aries season. Aries season will be from March 20th through April 19th. Now, when I am doing the overview, the big reading, and I look at this as kind of like the chapters in our lives, where the general readings are more of the paragraphs of our lives or the pages of our lives. So when I am reading for the longer readings, I use a bunch of decks. I am using my Radley Valentine Angel Tarot cards for the main message. I will then go to my John Holland Psychic Tarot and Oracle cards. That helps to provide some clarity, kind of fills in the gaps. We then go to my Osha Zen Tarot cards, and what that does is that helps to give us words of advice. My Archangel Power Tarot cards, again, Radley Valentine, and I really like how they kind of summarize everything. We then will be going to another Radley Valentine deck, and I did this, I think, last time. We'll pull one from my Angel Tarot cards. This is a little wordy, but it's got a really nice message. It's very gentle, okay? But the message, I like the messages. I will use, during the beginning part, this introduction, I will also pull from my Rider tarot cards. It's one of the more original tarot decks, okay? Okay. Then I will finish with my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, I have prayed, meditated, and infused all the decks with Reiki energy. Remember, this is a general reading. It may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest, okay? Okay. I am an intuitive channeler. What that means is that I open myself to higher power. Let whatever the message is come through my mouth. My job, just deliver it for whoever might need to hear it. And I do love hearing that the message was delivered. So, like I said, it may or may not resonate. And again, that's great. That's okay. Take what you like. Now, let's go through a little bit of the overview of what Aries season is about. This is just kind of the planetary movements, and just so you can get a little bit of a basic understanding. So on March 20th, Aries season began on 5:38, and this will all be Eastern Standard Time. It is also the equinox. Equinox means equal light and day. Now, in the northern hemisphere, that means it's the spring equinox. And in the southern hemisphere, that is the fall or autumn equinox. And that actually started again on the 20th, but that was like at 5:37 a.m. So they're really very close to each other. So we're just going to say. Now, something with the, I go through some of websites. I don't watch other readers. I don't watch other, horoscopes per se. But I do look at like where planets are and, what time that, they're transitioning or where they're going to be at, right? One of the messages that I picked up that I'm surmising is that, again, this is new start, new beginning of the astrological year. So, with the planetary movements, a lot of the messages from sites, and I do post that on my YouTube community, or I post these, sites that I get a little bit of this information from on my Facebook page. I haven't been really active in my Instagram or my Twitter so much, or my Pinterest, but the overall energy is something big's happening, surprise, get ready for some interesting energy, get ready for some interesting news. Now, is that going to be in your personal life? It could be. Is that going to be in the overall general, world, the life of the world? It could be that too. The thing is that no matter what goes on in the world, we still have to live our own lives, and we still have to make our own choices as much as we can make those choices. So much influences us, and so much, we are held, and I'm getting conscription, yeah. We are held to a certain standard, just because, if you want to have a mortgage, if you, have a mortgage or rent, or we have to pay our rent, we have to, roof over our heads, food in our mouth. So there is certain things that we have to comply with in order for these things to happen. But in some ways, this is also going to be about, Again, I know I talk about it all the time. Saturn in Aquarius, reality versus illusion. And as Saturn gets more and more into Aquarius, and it'll be there for 2 years, we will be seeing more of that. We will be having the choice to see whether that we want to look at the reality or the illusion. Okay? Just letting you know all that. So, overall energy, let's go ahead and pull an angel tarot card. And here we go here. Oops. And the pink deck that I said, they're actually guardian angel tarot cards. That's what those are. This is the angel tarot cards. Let's see what we might have for the overall energy for Aries. And I have my notes right over here, so that's why I looked there too. Because here we go. 1, 2, and 3. As you might know, if you follow, reverse cards have a really strong energy. So we have 3 cards face down. First card up. Oh, get busy, get ready, do your work. 7s, that number is a perfect number. It has a divine meaning. Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, get down to business. Money energy too. So the overall energy with this is a lot of the things we've been waiting for, a lot of the things that we've been doing will come to fruition during this time, or at least they will start to pop their heads up. Think of it as with the spring, we've planted the seeds and now they're popping up. We do have to nurture these dreams. We do have to nurture them, keep them watered, or however we want to do that. And again, too, I'm talking about keeping our vibrations really, really high as much as we can in order for them to grow. So this Aries season is about a lot of growth, but it's a lot, new beginnings, new starts. Anyway. Seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. Your next card up is the Ace of Air. Now, air energy is our Aquarius. It is our Gemini. It is our Libra. There's going to be all of these energies, all these air signs will be in play a little bit this month. Some a little more than the other, okay? Air is strategic thinking. It is making some plans. It could also be hearing news. Now, aces are new beginnings. You can think of those as a 1. So again, a lot of the things we've been working on, a lot of the things we've been planting, a lot of the things we've been that we've been wishing and wanting, we should be seeing them start to grow. So this is what's happening in Aries season. Now, brilliant new ideas and inspiration, seeing the truth of a situation. Remember Saturn, I know. Reality versus illusion. A challenging beginning. And that's, and as you're going to see, nothing's going to be, I have some words that I, during my meditations from higher power, nothing, life isn't easy. Life isn't easy. It is a challenge. It is a journey for us, but it's very worthwhile. Your last card here, 6 of Water. So here we have, now it's interesting that in a fire sign, which is what Aries is all about, and remember, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius are all fire signs. They are about, passionate, burning, very determined type of energies here. So we're in Aries. We have our earth energy here. We have our air energy here. And now we have our water energy. Water is Cancer, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. We are finished with Pisces season. It's very emotional. There's a little bit of romance. There's a little bit of nostalgia here too. Okay? 6 is the number of man. So kind of like, what is it that we can create? What is our illusion? I'm getting what is our illusion? What do we need to look deeper into? Now the 6 of Water has a lot of nostalgia in it too. So it's kind of like you need to see, maybe this is about looking back and seeing the truth of your situation. Anyway, memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, romanticizing the past. Okay, so now, like I said, when I'm doing my meditation, when I'm preparing even, I ask higher power to give me some words, give me some, what I need to share for you. And this one is, and I'm, I'm not going to say, and this is why I really don't watch other readers and I don't read other horoscopes, because I don't want to influence what comes through. But, as I'm preparing and getting times and stuff, I'm sure that there is some of those influences that do seep through. But with higher power, and also too, I was pulling my guardian angels with this too, so to help me with some of these words. And what I got was, it's up to you to claim your personal power. No one else will do it for you. No one else will do it for you. Give your fear to higher power. Life is to be lived. Let go of in what I call stinking thinking, okay? And flying high is risky, but so is living. Live and let live. And what that meant to me was, you know what? People, you do what you've got to do, but you let me do what I want to do or what I've got to do, okay? So, sometimes we can't always do what we want to do, but it is live and let live. Now, these two are here. Let's see what we have, and let's go pull one other card. They were sideways, but I'll put them as reversed. And here we go. Let's see. And like I said, this is my Rider Tarot cards. Now, if we ever get the Death card, please don't be afraid of that. It just means something happens very quickly. So something has to end in order for something to begin, and it happens very dramatically and very quickly. So don't ever be afraid of that card. I've had that in my life, and I'm like, oh, no, but nobody dies. It's just a situation changes quicker, okay? And sometimes it's a situation we want, but we just didn't want it to change so quick. Okay, your first card here is the King of Wands. Now, the King's underlying energy is air energy. And again, we've talked about what air energy is. The overlying energy is fire energy, and I've talked about what fire energy is. The King of Wands is taking a look at the whole big picture. Okay, so with this, look at everything. Look at everything. Don't take anything for granted, but don't get so caught up in the small stuff that you forget to live your life. Okay, Temperance, all about balance. We balance, keeping things in an even keel. Ooh, not evil, even keel. Keeping things. Remember your work-life balance type of thing, and also to your thoughts, words, mind, your heart, your soul, your spirit, your intuition, keeping things in balance, okay? And that means taking care of yourself during this time, getting the proper rest, eating well, doing the things you need to do. Now, a lot of times, whether you're in spring or autumn, a lot of times we need to look back and say, okay, if we're in spring, maybe it's time for us to, go on that diet. If we're in autumn and we're getting ready for winter time, hey, it is still, there is changes in those habits too. So it's kind of I'm getting a really I'm getting kind of a get out of your funk, get out of, and that's F-U-N-K, get out of your funk, get out of your sweat clothes, because, start moving. Now, yes, you're saying, well, if I'm in my sweat clothes, no, the people that I'm talking to, you've been in your sweat clothes and you haven't been moving. So if you're going to wear the sweat clothes, get moving. Anyway, so Aries season, get moving. Again, that would go with life is to be lived. Your last card here, okay, and that is reversed. That is the Nine of Swords. Swords is your air energy, which we've talked about also. And that's the Four of Swords. Four of Swords. There's a lot of things that have to be let go of. There's a lot of things that you need to rethink. There's a lot of things that you need to rehash, and yet at the same time also let go of. Now, fours do have some stability to it, and it's also about organization. Now, remember too, and I know I talk about this, but Saturn and Jupiter become more and more enmeshed in the Aquarius energies as we go on. So again, keep our vibrations high during this time. All of the planets are direct, and they will be direct until the 27th of April. So this is pushing us forward. There's a node that's retro. I'm not going to get too much into that, but most of the planets are pushing us forward. Aries season is pushing us forward also. Now, couple of things that I thought were important. was the 21st of March and the 22nd of March. We had, well, the 21st, we had Venus entering Aries, okay? Venus is emotions. Venus is about love, relationships. And as it enters into Aries, it is, it is passionate. It is bringing things up in our emotional states and also in our relationships. And then we have, though, Gemini is trined with Saturn and Aquarius. That is really, that's, okay, Saturn is what, like I've talked about that all the time. And Gemini is about independent thinking. Geminis are very independent thinkers, and they do, they're very quick-witted also. So there's something, just think about that 21st, 22nd, especially with your relationships, especially with how you are viewing your relationships, okay? Now, we jump down to the 28th of March, and we've got some interesting stuff going on there too. The 28th of March, the moon will be full. It will be in Libra at 6:27 p.m., again, Eastern Standard Time. Now, it is trine. There is a grand trine with that. Now, that is also, grand trines are very lucky. They're very, oh my goodness, what do I want to say about a grand trine? They're very magical in many ways, and they are times for great manifestation. So remember, new moon to full moon, as the moon is waxing and getting bigger, that's when we're requesting. Full moon to new moon, as it gets smaller, waning, that's when we let go. The full moon is one of those times where we do it all. We do release, relinquish, request. Release what we don't need anymore, release what's holding us back, relinquish what we don't need anymore, and request the good stuff. And remember, we have so much Aquarius energy, we need to speak it out. So there is going to be, the trine, full moon in Libra, it trines with Saturn in Aquarius. Now remember, Libra is about balance. Libra likes balance. But Saturn, Saturn in Aquarius wants to bring things out to you. So there could be a little bit of information that comes out, or situations that you're like, oh my gosh. But we need that. Libra needed to balance it, because people were too strongly one way, and said this is to balance the other. Now, the Libra is trined with Jupiter, which is also an Aquarius. That's about good fortune. So there could be some changes in fortune for the positive, okay? That could bring money in also. Then we have Libra trines with Mars in Gemini. And remember, Mars is an Aries energy. But, so this is the warrior. This is the, going into battle type of energy. But Gemini has you thinking through this. Gemini is kind of like pick your battles, choose wisely. What is it that you really want to go after? So the full moon in Libra is going to be about, it could be about sudden changes, shifts. It will go towards the positive, though of course full moons are always a little bit uncomfortable for many of us. Unexpected information, unexpected kind of like, surprise, this is happening. Again, too, I talk about when, I never say to worship the moon. Higher power is for who I worship, or, who I connect with, I should say. But a full moon is a divine creation. So I do feel that the energies do scientifically affect us. It affects the world. So it is a good time to make that connection and to put out your energies, okay? That's where I say release, relinquish, and request. Whew. Now, I didn't put a date on this, and I don't know why, but Mercury is in Pisces at this time. It's going to be conjunct with Neptune, which is also in Pisces, and they're both at 21 degrees. So there's something going on there. And it's going to be between the 28th and the 3rd of April. I think it was like the 28th through the 31st of March, but I didn't put a date on that. My bad. Anyway, it connected with me because again, Mercury is about communications, and and Neptune and Pisces, they do delve into that darker place, that darker area. So this could be some dark, deep secrets, conversations, notifications happening. But the thing is, with that full moon, again, so as things kind of, I don't know, do we want to say they get set in motion? It could be some of these things are brought to that light, okay? Because, Libra, air energy, Aquarius, air energy, Gemini, air energy. Okay. Then we go on to April 3rd. April 3rd, Mercury is entering into Aries at 11:42 p.m. Now, let's see what we want to say about that. Now, Aries fire sign. I am going to say, watch what you say. Watch what you talk about. Aries might push you forward, and you may overpromise. So you may say, sure, I can get that done, and then afterwards, as you're trying to get something done, especially in your work, you're like, oh my gosh, I said I could get it done, but I didn't know I had to get it done yesterday. So just watch your mouth, watch what you say, because I do feel that there's going to be some impulsive type of communication at this time. So let's go on and see what we have here for the 3rd of April when Mercury changes. Here we go. 3 of air. Okay, so 3s have a celestial type of energy. 3 of air is a recovery time. To me, that's the 3 of swords. I look at that as recovering. So this could be one of those times, maybe this communication will be where somebody comes back into your life and you need to, have a really strong conversation about your relationship. But the 3 of air, that's the 3 of swords. So it's that heart with those 3 swords. And everyone's like, no, 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 along with the death card. Put those away, put those away. It is about recovering. It is about healing. It is about getting things out. I'm kind of getting this, like you need to regurgitate the emotion in order for you to heal again, okay? So that could be vomiting of the mouth, and I don't mean you're going to physically get sick, but it's just like so much stuff just comes out. So, again, I'm going to say be careful a little bit too, because once it leaves, it can never come back, okay? So great sadness, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. Reverse, let's see what we have here. 9 of fire. 9s have that finality, completion energy. We've talked about fire energy. I love her. She is so strong. Whether you be male or female, it doesn't matter. She has such great strength. So, I like to call her the dragon tamer or the dragon slayer. Sometimes there are dragons that we need to slay. So this is all about standing firm. Okay, so if you're going to say something, mean what you say and say what you mean, okay? Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. And your last card here, the 10 of earth. Now I love this. 10's transitional number. Earth is, again, the number that we talked about, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Very solid energy. And I think we have actually on the 14th, we actually have Venus entering Taurus. So between, I would say, the 3rd and the 14th, you could see some stabilization in your emotions and in your family life too, okay? Because this is about a very happy family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. Now, we do come to that new moon, and let's see where my cards are. There they are. We have that new moon in April on the 11th. It is in Aries, and that's at 10:30 p.m. New moons begin new projects, new starts, new anything, okay? So let's just take one card for the new moon and see what we have here. King of Swords. Okay, so remember the king underlying energy is air, which is swords. Oh, and the swords energy is air. Okay, so this is air. So this would be your again your Aquarius, your Gemini, your Libra. The King of Swords is like this is the oldest of the decks. This is the oldest of the cards, and this brings about great wisdom. So if this is something that you want, if you are planning on starting a new project at this time, this is a time really think things through. But, and again, too, I'm always saying, connect with your higher power, your guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine archangels, whoever that is for you, because they will guide you. And that is actually where wisdom does help. Wisdom does come, is knowing that there is more than just you. Just thinking that we have all the answers is arrogance. So we don't have all the answers, but we know how to find many or some of those answers. The King of Swords, though, is just, it sees clearly, and I get the word crisp. Crisp, so is that, so basically crisp, whoever, I don't know, but I'm getting the word crisp. Okay, I talked about the 14th of April, Venus entering Taurus, which is an earth sign. I do feel that is going to be, that the emotions are going to start stabilizing more and more. And also this will be developing relationships. It'll be really kind of learning what makes other people tick. Okay. And then we come to the 19th of April and Taurus season begins. And so Taurus season will begin at 4:34 p.m. Now, let's just pull one from my arcane. Okay, there we go. Oh, we got a bunch that just fell out. We're going to do, so let's see what we might have going on for Taurus. We're just going to do these real quick. Knight's underlying energy is fire. Ariel is earth energy. We've talked about that. Basically, in Taurus, there's going to be a lot to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, being watched over by someone kind, trustworthy, understanding, devoted, and funny. So Taurus is coming out already as a lot of this stuff has helped us to prepare, and now it's time to get busy. And remember, nights are directional. Here we go with the Page of Fire reversed. Page of Fire is follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge. Opportunities for excitement and adventure. Gabriel is fire energy. Energetic, brave, optimistic, playful. Underlying energy of a page is earth. Now, we come back to, and again reversed, we come back to King of Michael. Now, King of Michael is the same as the King of Air. Okay? So, principled, rational, ambitious, respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity, a situation that calls for honest and open communication. So a lot of things that are happening in Aries, they really get moving in Taurus. And our last card is an Archangel energy card, so this is really, really strong. Archangel Azrael, and this is peace. That would be lovely. I would love Taurus. I would love Aries to end with Taurus beginning on a note of peace. That would be so lovely, wouldn't it? Now, Archangel Azrael. So remember Azrael's name. Release the past. And we've talked about a lot of that. There is a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. Now, one thing before we go on to our individual readings. I love this one, and so this is kind of like the end of, so that would be sometime in the end of April to the beginning of, the end of Aries season to the beginning of Taurus season. I think that would be lovely. But again, it's letting go of that past. It's, there's a lot of healing. Remember that Three of Swords, I think it was, or three. And there goes a card down there, but let's see what we have here. And let me go pick that card up. Excuse me. So what crystal or energy might be good for us? And I should have this too. I don't know that this is it. It just kind of looks like it. So anyway, Aragon, star clusters, earth healing, which we need, grounding, stress relief, and vitality. So we've got a lot of energy. So when I was talking about releasing the past, a lot of that has to happen with that 3 of air, which is the 3 of swords. Also that 6 of water. Now, lots of things happening, lots of really good energy, no matter where we're living. Again, too, I will go back to the words that I heard from higher power, and I'm reading it up here. It's up to you to claim your own personal power. No one else will do it for you. Give your fear to your higher power. Guardian angel, your spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine, your archangel, whoever that is for you. Life is to be lived. Let go of stinking thinking. Oh, things are never going to get better. Da, da, da. No, we have to put out the positive energies, okay? And, okay, flying high is risky, but so is living. Live and let live. So that's what we've got right now as our overview. And now we will start our individual readings. Hello, my Aquarians, and welcome to Aquarius in Aries season. So let's see what we have going on. Now, I know in the introduction I talk about all the, the signs, the energies, things like that. I talked about the underlying energies for the court cards, except for Queens. Queen's underlying energy is water. That is our Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Fluid, emotional, caring energy also. So let's see what we have for my Aquarians in Aries season. Okay, 3 cards. This one's reversed. We know that has stronger energy. First card up is the Knight of Earth. You're going after your money. You're going after your job. You're going after whatever you need to feel financially secure. It's kind of like you're not looking this way. You're not looking that way. Your focus is that way. You are, and this is also possibly protection of your home energy also, because remember, Earth is, it's tangible. It could be your home, but it's also, your money, your job. But I'm feeling like this is you now taking more control and more control and more control over those finances. I don't know if you're thinking about getting ready for retirement, or if you're looking and saying, I'm going to be retiring in 20, 40 years. But again, so, there's a piece of you that wants to make sure that if you've got some sort of a retirement fund or whatever, I do feel that this is looking over your finances, and this is also looking at your job situation, looking at how you can actually make more, going after that bigger paycheck too. So this is really strong. This is Aries energy has lit your fire, my Aquarians, okay? Remember, Knights are directional. They're going after this. Anyway, loyal, dedicated, honorable, and kind. Time to buckle down and get things done. Honor your commitments, a guardian angel. Your next card, 9 of Fire. Stay your course. Stay your course. Don't give up. You've got this really majestic plan, magnetic or majestic plan. You've got this, and there is also, if it's magnetic, remember, law of attraction. You put out, and what you put out, you do receive. Keeping vibrations high. Put out, receive. And it may even be that, you're just going out every night, you're in your meditation, your prayers, however it is, you're putting it out there using your words, because I feel money, I feel job. Now, you might be a little bit descriptive or prescriptive in what it is you want, and that's okay too. That's okay. I like to be I'm more of a generalist, kind of like I've got these bills, but I'd like to have them paid, but yet at the same time, I'd like some more money to play with too, okay? But you may actually have a very strong and determined plan. Now, fire energy, we know that that's our Aries, Sagittarius, and Pisces. 9s have a finality. I have not been able to say this for any of my readings, finality to it. 9s have a completion to it. So there must be something with that. Maybe it's not going to be quite as final as I think it is. But it has I am after this, this is what I want. And, I love her because she stands tall, she stands straight. Her confidence is so there. You can see it in her face. But this is saying don't give up. protect that which you've created, have courage, and believe in yourself. Now, is this also possibly for a promotion? Is this, because I do feel, there's a lot of job energy here, but there's a lot of money here, money energy, and there's a lot of I want more of this here. And it's kind of like you've got a plan, you're going after it. You know what you need to do. Part of it is also keeping your connection, higher power, guardian angel, spirit guide, voice of the universe, your divine, whatever, whoever that is for you. But it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to do the footwork, but I'm also going to put it out there too. So there's a real strong, combination, which would really work well because Libra has that balance, and that's what you're going after. Okay. Here we go. Next card, reversed. 2 of water. Now, water energy is our Pisces, which we just left. It's also our Cancer, and it's also our Scorpio energy. It's caring, it's emotional. There's a deep commitment here. There's 2s have choices, but 2s can also be a committed number 2. It could also be a joining number 2 also. So the thing is about this for you, my Aquarius, is you're not being greedy. You're actually planning things out, because many of my Aquariuses tell me, Deb, don't worry about, putting ideas in our heads because we already have those ideas. There is just a strong commitment. There's an emotional commitment. Now, you could almost say too that there is, maybe there is something that you're working for. Maybe this isn't for retirement. Maybe it's for you to go to college or for you to put your children through college. But the thing is, the commitment is very strong. Maybe there's a place that you want to move to, and you need to, again, you want to make sure that you have that extra money to pad the move. Okay? The thing is, it feels that Aries season is going to be one that actually benefits you. Now, I'm going to tell you, during Aries season, no complaints. If anything, if you're complaining, then make sure it's something that you want out of your life. If if it's something like, oh, I don't like my job, hey, you're putting it out there, you could be, your job could go bye-bye, okay? So maybe, so I want my job, I want my job until I find a new job, okay? You see how we twist that a little bit? I want to find a new job that I will love, and, but I want to keep my job until I find that job, okay? Anyway, let's go on and see what clarification we might have. 1, 2, 3. But there is a lot of power here. There is a lot of personal strength. There's a lot of commitment here. So whatever this is that you're going after. Now, I use a job. I use it, because this is tangible energy. But it's whatever it is that you want. It could be that relationship. Whatever that relationship is, you are going after it. This is like it's unleashing the Aquarian. It's unleashing the energy around you, and you're just going after it. You are going to be a powerhouse to contend with during Aries season. Anyway, let's see what we have here. Now, I don't know if these are reversed. Here we go. This is reversed. So we have a 9. So we have a couple of 9s here. Again, too. So 9s have, this one is a material harvest. You will go and get what you were looking for. If this is that job, money, whatever it is, you're putting it out there. Your energy is so strong for it, it has to come back to you. It's, it's all about law of attraction here. And, part of it is also you believing, okay, having faith. Okay, here we go. Next card. Okay, we have an 11. 11, 1, 1, new beginning, add it together. We have that 2 again, 2 also. We have balance. I talked about the Libra moon having balance. You've got, Jupiter and Saturn's in Aquarius. So, this has all the energies. This has your fire, earth, water, and your air energy. And this is about keeping that balance out. They are not letting one thing override the other. Now, is this work-life balance? It could be, but part of this is also, remember I talk about this, I think I talked about this in the intro, your thoughts, your words, your plans, your intuition, your spirit, your soul, your heart, your emotion. It's keeping everything in the right balance. Okay? Okay. Here we go. Last card. Ah, we have a 6. So we have a 9, 9, and a 6. Okay. Moving on. Going from the darker light to the, going to the darker to the light. You have been, my Aquarians, and I know you know this, there has been some dark energies that have been holding you back. Use Aries, new year, new everything to push you forward. Go for some of those dreams. Go for some of those things that you're looking for. I like this because, besides, he has a compass. I think that's a compass. It could be a watch, but I think it's a compass. He's leaving the shadows. He's going into the dark. Here, there is the fall, and here is the green leaves. So I feel that this is very much for you at this time. Okay. Yours is really popping. Yours is really popping here. So let's see what we have. The 9s are there for you. The 2s are there for you. Let's see what we have. Words of advice from Osha Zen Tarot. Here we go. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Here we go. I do not think any of these are reversed. I'm trying to learn these backs. Here we go. First card is healing. Healing. Interesting. Take time for yourself. Part of this is, part of your journey is letting go and getting rid of the old pains and the old wounds. Part of it could also be confronting some of the things that have hurt you in the past or that you have hurt in the past. Healing could be for you. Healing could be for someone else. It could be a connection for you both too. Your heart chakra is very strong there, and so there is emotional healing coming for you also. Here we go. Next card is the Lovers. The Lovers. So we have a 6 again. So we have a 6. Connections, commitments. Be aware that it could be a healing of a relationship that maybe with a past lover, with a past, very strong significant other. And that was going to, so be aware, watch for that. Watch for, as you are, it's kind of like you're getting your stuff and getting your act together. And when you get your act together, a lot of times you project positivity and you project strength. And when that happens, that becomes very attractive. Okay? So you may find people coming into your life because, and it may not be that you've been even looking for it, but because you're becoming stronger, you project strength and people like that strength. Here we go. Next card. Moment to moment. And here we have a 2 energy again. So we had the 2s, the 6, the 9s. Moment to moment is one of those things, one of those cards that just kind of says, be in the now. Be in the now. Stop thinking maybe of the past. Stop thinking so much of the future. What is that saying? Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is the gift. That's why we call it the present, not the president, the present. So, this is living in the moment, living in the, in the now, not trying to get too far ahead. It doesn't mean that you don't go after what you're wanting, but enjoying the journey also. Okay, let's go on and see what we have here. That one popped. You've got I feel very energized with your reading, okay? Very energized with your reading, very strong with your reading to my Aquarians. Here we go. 7 of aerial earth energy. So we had the Knight of Earth. 7 is a divine number. It is, a divine umbrella, protection. You've been doing your work. You've been preparing for so long. Now's the time to get ready to receive. Aries seems to be a time that things are going to be growing and sprouting for you. I've got it. I'm going to have to take a sip of something. Excuse me. When you breathe in. Okay, anyway. This is, you have invested wisely. Again, too, remember that first line, the first line of cards. Have patience and wait for the harvest. Review your progress and make plans for your next endeavor. There could be, yeah. Okay, next card up. Oops. We have another 7. 7, 7. So we've got some divine protection. This is Archangel Metatron. Metatron believed to have been Enoch. So this is the Chariot. Now there's a couple of things with the Chariot. One is, to me, things are going to move faster than maybe you even expected. So even though you're putting this, and remember the Knight does move pretty fast, but maybe you're just kind of holding your ground and getting ready, and you've got these plans. Don't be surprised if things start to happen quicker than you thought. Now the Chariot is also about letting go, letting go, letting God, hands off the wheel, however you want to look at that and say that. Because, it's kind of like, okay, I'm doing my part. Remember, I'm doing my part now. We need that divine intervention. So, determination and self-control, career advancement, acknowledgement of success by others. There could be a promotion here for you in your work. Here we go. The 3 of Michael. 3 of Michael. Okay, 3, power of 3, celestial type of energy. Michael is, again, air energy. This one is, letting go of the hurt, moving past the hurt. A lot of that has to do with what they're saying here, healing, living in the moment, not necessarily living in the past. So these are some things but part of that is by letting go, it pushes you forward, okay? So here we are. Release the past. You will grow from the situation. Time heals all wounds. And we've been told, we have the healing energy there too. So, and we have the Lover's energy too. And again, that Lover's, a lot of times the Lover energy card does not mean relationships to me. It just means, a lot of times it's like a commitment and things. But I do feel that there could be somebody in your life that has a strong commitment to you, and maybe you just need your eyes opened. It doesn't mean that you're going to go with that person. It just means that maybe, just kind of be aware. Anyway, now these are my guardian angel cards. Radley Valentine, very kind, very loving. They're a little wordy, so you don't want to use them for regular tarot. Here, let's see what this one says. A happy change. That encompasses a lot of this, doesn't it? Your angels have heard your prayers and have banded together to create real and joyful changes in your life. Events begin to move forward, and great progress will now be possible. You may need to make some rapid decisions, remember that, due to the suddenness of activity. Be confident and trust the guidance you receive. So that has a lot of what we just talked about, but I love that. I love that. So let's go on now. Let's do this. What crystal or energy would be helpful for my Aquariuses? Here we are. This one's reversed. Moldavite. And I don't have my Moldavite. I need to go get it. It is on my dresser. But I love Moldavite. Healing, protection, telepathy, connection. So, my Aquarians, interesting stuff. I do love the happy change. I love that card for you. Now, I hope you enjoyed the reading, and remember, like, share, and also subscribe. More importantly, my Aquarians, my Aquariuses, know that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.